and welcome to Mode of Cosmic Therapy. I am Paula Andrea Pyle, and I am delighted to have you join me on this next hour of an absolutely, totally chaotic and bizarre unfolding of the events that are going to occur. I have no idea what's going to take place, and you don't either. And that's why I love life. I don't like to have anything planned and strategically placed in this place and that place and dotting this I and dotting that I. Although I do know you have to keep appointments. There are some things in life, such as doctor's appointments and other various duties, that you have to show up on time. But as far as in this particular hour and with Mode of Cosmic Therapy, what I am going to do is follow along with how the moments unfold. Meaning what? Meaning, I don't know. Let's see. What do I want to do, Mitzi? Hello, Mitzi. Want to say hey to you today. I hope you're having a wonderful, what kind of moon day is it today? Oh, the last degrees of Aries moon on this day. And also, hello, Sandy in the control room. Glad to have you aboard as the captain of the ship, and Emmy in the control room as well. All of you, I'm glad and delighted to be part of your life today. I'm trying to get my bearings. I'm trying to get a feeling of what's going on. If you just stop for a moment at any time during the day, you can also just know what's going on. It doesn't matter what's going on out here, because this out here is going to reflect whatever's going on the inside, going on in the inside, on the inside, with the inside. Okay, I got some black magic markers this time, Sharpies. So I've already tried out on my little paper up there to see how well it shows up, and it looks good to me. So let's see what we're going to do. Am I going to attack or tackle astrology today? Numerology? Am I going to just play it out with the various humming and drumming and beautiful rhythms that are unfolding in each moment? Let me see. I see that Sandy did do me a paper for the day. I don't even usually get that done. This is an astrological chart of the moment of the planets, the planetary relationships and patterns that were occurring at 1 o'clock on this day, July 1st, 2013 in Raleigh. So it was Libra rising. That's very good, because it indicates that I am interacting in some sort of relationship, which we all are. But a lot of times we have the idea that relationships have to do with romantic involvements, and that's not the case, or just with people, and that's not the case at all either. We are having a relationship at all times, first of all, with ourselves. That's the primary one and the most important one. And if that's not in tune, you can believe everything else is going to be havoc with a capital H. Then the next thing that you have a relationship with is with your body. And if you are attuned and in a mind to feel and to experience what's going on in your body, you can at any moment know the state of your health without some type of outside validation. The third thing that you have a relationship with is the food that you eat and what you consume as beverages, because those two contribute to how you feel, how you're going to interact, and what you're going to say and do during the day and throughout the moments. Now, how can that be? Because of all of the vitamins and elements and nutrients and all of the chemical reactions that are occurring in your body at any given time is causing you to act or not act on your best or not best behavior, and to exhibit the creative personality that you possess. The next thing, you're having a relationship with your car. You're having a relationship with your toothbrush. Anytime you are interacting with anything, that is a relationship. And how much do you value your toothbrush or your cup of coffee or the cup that holds the coffee? Your clothes. How much do you pay attention to the articles of clothes that you put on every day? Or do you just blindly, habitually, and kind of mummified, just toss them on and take a quick glance in the mirror to see how they look or don't look? Probably so. But the relationship of your clothes has a lot to do with how you're going to function throughout the day. The various colors that you have on, how comfortable it is, the material that it is made of, how it reacts to your skin. I mean, there's so many things that we have relationships with. We also have relationships with our jobs and how we feel about the job that we are doing. I cannot emphasize it enough. If you are not having fun at your job, then you are completely wasting your hours throughout the day, because you are in the middle of fun, and your job, I hate that job tone, your task, what you're exchanging your hours for, should be something that is meaningful to you, first of all, then meaningful to others. Certainly you are not doing what you are doing for the money that you're going to receive. Although you've got to pay your bills, I understand that. But do you tell me that you're going to go to work and perform a certain function for a certain amount of money just because that's something you think that you have to do? And so the whole time that you're there, you're miserable and you're thinking about what you hate about it and how you wish you weren't there and how you could be doing everything else? Well, instead of having those thoughts, be doing what matters to you, what truly matters. Because the bottom line is, your life is the only thing that matters to you. So whatever you're going to exchange your hours for should be something that matters to you and brings you significant joy and enjoyment. All right, let me see. So we have Libra rising, and then we have Saturn in Scorpio in the second house. Okay, I'm talking astrology talk now, aren't I? So I better back up a little bit. Mode of cosmic therapy. What in the world is that? Well, each of us have a certain way, a certain mechanism, if you will, a certain flavor, color, shade of personality. And so with this personality, we tend to interact in these various different relationships according to how we feel. Literally feel how we feel. How? That's a good place to start, Mitzi. How do we feel? When I got up here, I thought I was going to interpret Saturn, because I was, doing some astrology talk. But then Saturn, if we're going to really get down to the basis of it, determines when something is going to occur. Because in astrological terms, Saturn rules time. It also rules Capricorn. Now, bear with me, all of those of you who are not of a mind to like astrology or have any kind of bearing where you think it would be relevant. Let's just pretend that it's part of the picture, some part of the big universal cosmic picture, and these patterns and relationships of stars and planets in the sky do in some way affect us if they affect tides and of the ocean and sort. But anyway, we're going to talk about how. How do we feel? How? Mitzi, I'm going to bring in a little bit of numerology just because I love it so, and it's so relevant to everything we do. So according to numerology, each letter pertains and is associated with a certain numerical vibration. Quickly, I have just done the ones. I could take a chart and break them down, but you'll have to follow me where I'm at, in the middle of it happening, progressing, unfolding. That's life. We don't get to get prepared for anything. We measure everything that we do in life next to death because we're being transformed all the time. How is that relevant? We'll see, because Saturn's in Scorpio. I'll get to that in just a moment. It is in Scorpio in the second house. Now what I'm going to do, or what's going to happen, and I'm going to follow along as it's doing it, we're going to see how all of these things on this paper is tied to and interacted and enmeshed and involved in this hour. Anyway, let's say 6, that's the O, 8 and 5 is 13. So how is a 19? Let me just put it on this page. I'll come back in just a moment. It's a 19. Okay. It's a 1. I had already said that we, you, me, Mitzi, Sandy, the whole world is going through evolutionary change. A new beginning. We're doing that every single moment. It's not 30 days from now I'm going to move, or 6 months ago I'm going to meet the love of my life on the other side of the world. Every moment that you are consumed with those thoughts, you're already there. So your cells are being birthed and living and dying and being excreted away in the process of this change. So how? How do we feel? How do we feel? Do you know? Do you know at this moment, if your life depended upon it, because we're talking about Scorpio, and your whole existence is about learning how to die, learning how to surrender to all of those things in this life, whether it be food, relationships, job, career, education, creative aspects, you're learning how to eliminate the resistance in yourself, embrace, envelop, experience, enjoy whatever is occurring at that moment. So, how do you feel? How do you feel about your life at this precise moment? This moment. As I'm standing here in the television stations on this Monday, how do I feel? How do I feel? Do I feel anchored? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel worried? Do I feel concerned? Am I at one with what I'm doing? Is there something else going on with me other than me standing here before a blank piece of paper and talking to you? If any of those things are going on, you're going to pick it up. No matter how much we try to hide, discount, disembody those thoughts and energies, they come across first. That's what people are going to hear from you. And that's how you're going to be detected as either authentic or phony, being authentic or a phony. Okay, so if Saturn rules time, and if Saturn really has everything in the world to do with your transformation, and at what point and how embalming, I like that word. Let me put that over here. Embalming you are at any given moment, then it only makes logical sense that the when occurs at the precise moment that you're able to encounter it. Because how could you possibly encounter something you were not ready to embrace or to involve yourself with. So we're talking about the how. How do we show up for our lives? How do we? Well, I'm just going to take a stab in the dark and say that we do it. I'm going to use the tarot cards at this moment in time. And I'm going to look for one of the major arcana. And let me reiterate before you all, these are artistic pictures on hardstock paper that are symbolic and represent whatever you want them to represent. I am looking for the 19th card of the major arcana. And when I find it, there's death. That's a good card to represent Scorpio and transformation. Hangman, the sun. Wow. Now, why would that be the 19th card of the major arcana? Now, of course, I knew, because I'm familiar with the tarot cards, that the 19th card was the sun. I knew that. But I needed to go through that process because simply pulling out the sun, having these quick answers, never suffices. You have to go on a journey to seclude yourself in concentration enough to be able to bring on, to open up, illuminate your path. The fact is, though, with the sun, which we cannot live without, it is also the same thing that on the day that we will depart will destroy us, because our light will leave. So, how do we show up for our lives? How do we